An NLL matchup in boys soccer. Anthony Wayne hosting Southview Generals, ranked 10th in the state by the OSSCA. First half, Generals throw in. Zach Kemmer tossed into the box, finds the head of Will Horn. Defense thinks he's offsides. Officials say otherwise. Generals have a 1-zip lead. 9 minutes later, Parker Schofield fakes right, left-footed laser beam to the back of the mesh. Blinking, you miss it. Generals with a 2-goal advantage. Southview needs to answer. Just a minute later, Tyler Palicki on the free kick. The team leader in goals decides to do it himself, keeps it high, out of reach of the keeper's mitts. Cougars pull to within a goal, but the Generals D stand strong down the stretch. Seth Von Lemden, a couple big-time saves. The Generals hang on for a 2-1 win.
I think that was probably one of our biggest games, and we got a couple big ones coming up, so those are going to be some important games too. We knew that we had to come out strong because we struggle with coming out strong, having a strong first half, so we really need to focus on for the first 10 minutes of the game, coming out really strong and getting a goal.
Mason Lowry and Francis Stevens had the call.
Well, when I talked with Anthony Wayne head coach Brian Billings this week, he told me that if his team was going to win this critical NLL match against Southview, it was going to be a grind. And he was right. It was.
He wasn't lying. I mean, again, this game was very, very high intensity, high tempo. It started out that way. Second half played a little bit different. Both teams really defensive. Not a lot of good chances there. I mean, Kean Flagg had 2 chances that really could have made the game really interesting there. But again, just a great effort for this Anthony Wayne team. It shows their pedigree of what their standard is in this program. And again, they're used to tough games year-round. That's how they schedule. That's how they play. These guys want to grind. They want to be in big games. That prepares them for what those runs they've had in so many years that Brian Billings has been here. Those fun runs in October going into November.
They're about to embark on a big run in September. They've started a really difficult 5-game stretch. They played Dublin Kaufman to open up that stretch. They drew with them. Pretty darn good result, all things considered. Big win here tonight over Southview. Their next 3, Northview, St. John's, Perrysburg. It may define their season.
Well, we won't say define, but what it will say is this, how tough you're going to be in October. Because, again, you know, those games right there, they really don't mean much. I mean, the league games do. I mean, Northview, Perrysburg means a lot. And a Northview team that had to play with a lot of emotion, a Perrysburg team was looking to win their first NLL title in almost 10-plus years. So the biggest thing for these guys is just staying the course, being consistent. We saw some consistency tonight. We saw some guys that went out there really did some nice things. But, again, Parker Schofield, the senior leader, the guy who's been able to get those big goals for them in these big matches, that's going to play a big factor for these guys as they make that murderer's row, especially that downward stretch in the NLL.
That's all from here. We'll send it back to you after a big win for Anthony Wayne.